Okay, this will be an interesting one, a challenging one, perhaps. Let's see if we can make this look good. Come on, Konica. Fucking hell, you are fucking stupid. You and your fucking user interface. I've got no respect for the fucking corporations. Fuckwits. Bloody cunts. Fuckwits. Fucksticks. I've no respect anymore. I don't like the way the photocopier industry plays, and it doesn't play fair. So I can go fuck themselves. Bloody idiots. Fucking dummies. Monkeys and pigs. Fucking dumbasses. I'll never show respect to the status quo of the industry. The fucking industry. We're just going to leave that in the middle. The fucking photocopy industry can go fuck itself. I don't have any respect or any admiration whatsoever for it. And I never will. One day design better photocopiers, but in the meanwhile I'm just going to criticise and deride what's currently available on the market, which is just shit. I have no respect. Maybe it's good that I don't, because I have to be competitive. It's a competitive market, even though the companies are dumbed down and stupid. Anyway, this is what we're photocopying. I dare to... Someone knows that the industry that I once loved, once respected, I now have no respect for the industry anymore, and the way they work, the way they misbehave. They're like monkeys and pigs. The pigs are the pig management that have all the money and all that, and the monkeys are the workers in the R&D lab and the factory who don't have a very high IQ, but are employed anyway because they're cheaper. Cheap and nasty. In the photocopier industry, you can see that it shows. So I now dare myself to destroy the industry with my demos. You'll find out eventually what I mean. I dare to destroy the industry, to show the industry that it does not have any dominion anymore. There's not going to be any more companies like Konica Minolta and Xerox and Ricoh. They're all going to go by the by. I'll find my way. I hate these companies. I hate their fucking products. I hate their attitude. So I'm not going to respect them. They're my competition. They're my opposition. And I have heaps of opposition. I don't have any friends in the industry or in the corporate world. I am a lone wolf when it comes to this sort of shit, and I have no respect for the status quo. And if anyone wants to challenge me, well, fuck. I don't give a shit. They can challenge me, but they're not going to win. I have a load of fire in my belly, and I'm not afraid to show it. I'm not going to lose because I'm smarter than these fucking monkeys and pigs. I know I can do it, folks. You got to have a good idea. You have to have the well-being of mankind as a whole at the center of this. You got to have a reason. You got to be able to challenge the enemy, because there are bullies in this industry. It's throughout the industry, and I've been bullied at school, so I've been trained to be treated like shit most of my life. Even my dad and my brother were bullies. So fuck, I've had enough bullies, and now the bullies run the photocopier industry. I want to smash, and smash. For the bullies that I had at school, the bullies I had at kindy and primary school, high school, workplace, everywhere in my family, well, fuck them. I'm going to show them some fucking hatred, and I will destroy these companies financially. Wait till you see that, fucks. You fucking assholes think you can rule over the little guys? Well, fuck off. You see me as a little person, a little jumped up upstart? Well, I have to be. I have the little dog syndrome in me. I don't like the big dogs. I feel I must attack big dogs, not little dogs. Not fellow dogs in my category, but big dogs. The bigger the dog, the bigger the fight. Now, I haven't done this properly. It's not sitting in the right place. So I'm going to have to make this a little bit better. So it's not easy doing this, folks. Just as much as it's not easy challenging the current status quo of things. We'll see how we go with this. But yeah, sometimes you have to do that, you know, because no one else is gonna help me. There's no one else who has the same same amount of courage and disrespect for the status quo of the current photocopier industry. So, you know, sometimes it's like you gotta, you know, you can't follow anymore. You can't follow the big companies anymore. You can't be a follower and a fanboy or a fangirl. I don't want to be a fangirl. I want to make a difference. And with the money I earn in the future, I want to help clean up the planet and help end poverty. I want to do some good work, so I'm destroying these companies for the sake of the fucking planet and for the sake of the human race. I've got no interest in following and just using these equipments. Now I've fucked it up again. Sorry, it's not looking too good. I have to enlarge it more on the vertical. But sometimes you have to fight. You have to basically give up your allegiance to the status quo, the companies that we have. We have to basically leave that alone now. We can't just be fanboys and fangirls following the industry blindly just because we love equipment like photocopiers. We can't do that anymore. It's no longer in vogue anymore. It's no longer considered practicable. It's not practical anymore to simply follow the industry. The industry does not believe that it owes us anything. It believes we owe it something, and that it wants our souls and our hearts as people who are called toner heads. Basically, the industry doesn't care anymore about the environment or the people, from what I can tell. There's no feeling anymore that I have anything positive to say about this industry. Even the features in these machines never seem to change. I've seen features in some Konica Minoltas removed, but I haven't seen anything new to excite me and to make me look forward to the next generation of kit. So basically, I'm just deeply disappointed with the industry as a whole, and I just don't have any admiration anymore. I've run out. All that admiration I once had has become obsolete. It's an obsolete attitude to have, is to be admiring something that doesn't admire you back, that doesn't give you anything in return. It's just an emptiness. It's just a sense of disappointment every time they release a product. It never seems to satisfy or to excite. At least in the 90s, when people who are toner heads or photocopier nerds had some kind of say in the industry, at least in the machines that were to follow, you would see some really interesting, really cool looking features. And now it's just gone. There's just nothing new. It's all the same. They might change it to a flick and drag like they've done on this and on previous Konicas, but I haven't seen any features that actually are new. It's not the 90s, and they just keep keeping the same features. Sometimes removing some of the features to make it more user-friendly, say in a library. But I haven't seen anything new that for a power user like myself. So I'm not happy with the status quo of the industry. The industry just does not inspire me anymore. It just makes me angry. It makes me feel a sense of deep resentment. So I'm not happy. What can I say, folks? I'm just not happy with the industry as we know it. I just don't have any feeling and anything for it. So what can I say? I'm just so disillusioned, folks. I'm disillusioned by the whole fucking lot. So I'm not interested in just making friends with the industry. I mean, yes, in the old days, in the 90s, once again, a toner head who was an artist like myself, a power user, could get basically sponsorship from a company like, for example, in the past, Canon. So that's our last one. So Canon would often sponsor people like myself. I never got the sponsorship, but basically other people did. And they were given free use of Canon equipment by the company. So Canon did have a good side at one stage, and Canon apparently were spearheading some technology, some progressive technology back then, but now I don't see the progressiveness. Now that's too small. Now I don't see the progressiveness in the industry. I just see regressiveness. Everything's backward, or everything just doesn't change anymore. Nothing improves. So I'm just so bored with the same old features that I'm greeted with every time a new machine is released. There's no sense of inspiration, or as I said, I'm just repeating my words because I'm just so over it. I'm so disillusioned by the whole industry and the way that it functions, or should I say that it doesn't function. It doesn't function properly. It doesn't do what it's meant to do. It's just fucking money-making rort. So it's just a money-making venture. They don't care about the planet. They don't care about the people. They just care about themselves and their money and their cliquey little friends that have the money and the contacts. Honestly, I just have no... Now, what am I doing? I just have no faith that the industry is going to improve. There is no chance that under this current, how should I put it, status quo, that's the word I'm after. Under the status quo, I just can't see any improvement. They're just going to keep churning out shitty equipments every year and maybe every 5 years, because apparently the spare parts in a Konica Minolta are only available for 5 years. So this is not good. This machine's been not leased. I've got this machine on a bank loan because my old C353 was no longer able to be supported as a service agreement. So therefore, if the machine broke, which it did, I couldn't get it fixed under a service agreement. It would have to be a due and charge, and I can't afford a fucking due and charge. It's not the company's fault. It's Mytronics. It's the manufacturer's fault. Mytronics can't give me a service agreement if they can't guarantee the parts, because Konica Minolta have discontinued them. So Mytronics had to unfortunately pull the service agreement, and then in which I had to get a bank loan and get this piece of shit. And this piece of shit, I was told by Mytronics that the amount of time these machines last is 5 years, and my bank loan won't be paid off for 6 years. So I'm hoping something will happen and I'll be with my partner Luigi, and then we'll be out of here, we'll be finished with my work long before this machine is again needing replacement. I can't afford to have to replace a machine, but I had to because the spare parts issue. That was really mean and horrible of Konica Minolta to make spare parts only available for 5 years. That's exactly what I'm telling you guys. What is so wrong with this fucking industry? So fucking shallow and mean-spirited are the people who run the company. The man called Shohei Yamada, who is the CEO of Konica Minolta, he ought to be ashamed of himself. And I hope when he gets shamed on social media, he will fucking get a life and fucking do something constructive and not fucking make machines that last 5 years. Not good enough, not good for the planet, not good for the people. So fuck off, Shohei. I know your name, I know who you are. You fuck yourself. Go fuck your money, cunt. I hope you have a good life. I hope you spend the rest of eternity In hell, you fucking cunt for this. Bastard.